Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Jack's Business Talk. Today we are talking about happy, well, let's start off with happy 5th of July. And why you might be wondering why I'm wishing you a happy 5th of July is because of the fact that I didn't do a live yesterday. It was the 4th of July. I was too busy celebrating. Actually, I was too busy spending time with a couple family members and stuff. We hung out, we had a fire, we had a great time. But back to why I'm wishing you a happy 5th of July, just because of the fact that I was not here yesterday. So, anyway, 5th of July. So, what I really want to talk about in this episode is making sure, hold on, sip of coffee time. Making sure you have your community correct. Because if you have your community correct, you can do a lot more than. Is this glare bothering you guys? That's not, doesn't really help you. Sort of, sort of. There we go. There we go. No. There we go. So anyway, having your community correct, because if you have your community correct, you can do a lot more and push yourself a lot further and achieve a lot more with the resources that you have. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. And I was thinking about this earlier today. So for those of you who don't know, I belong to a group of people called One Rental at a Time. We talk to each other and all that kind of stuff. There's a number, if you're part of the school community, there's a number of accountability groups that you can join. And there's a Facebook group. There's a ton of stuff, like there really is. You can pick which day of the week and which accountability group you want to be in. But the reason why I bring this up is because within that, okay, there's several chats going on at the same time. And if you have a question, you can just shoot them into like the Discord or the my or WhatsApp or whatever it is, and you never have the feeling of being alone. And I was thinking last night, I was talking to a couple people. I don't know if currently I would be as far in my journey if I wasn't involved in a group like that because Cynthia's been a huge factor and pusher and help me get to where I am now. But she doesn't necessarily understand exactly what I'm doing with all the behind the scenes stuff. And it's nice being able to talk to other like-minded group members that are going through some of the same problems and the same things as me. And it makes it so that you don't feel as though you're on an island by yourself, you know, basically on Gilligan's Island. But yeah, so you need to have a group of people and a group of people you can call friends that are with you in the trenches at the same time. Like I'm gonna do a slight dig on the three amigos here, and it's no disrespect by any means. They're all fantastic people, but they're all beyond the point that we're at. So, like, I mean, if you want to include Millennial Mike, you can say the four Musketeers, but they're all either right on the fringe of retirement, or they're all well beyond retirement, or they're all into like the fun buying one property a year, but they really just don't need to buy another property for the rest of their lives phase. Where it's like we're still here in the grind, the our W-2s trying to balance work life, fixing problems. Do we contract this out, or do we save some of the money and do the bulk of the work ourselves? Like, there's a lot going on with what we're doing, and it's just it's good to surround yourself with other like-minded people that you can talk to about what's going on, and they have the same insights of stuff that's fresh and going for them currently as well. And that's the beauty of it, is that you don't feel alone, you don't feel by yourself, and you don't feel as though that you are off on an island, or that the people are so far ahead. And although they're working very hard to try and pull you up to their level, sometimes it seems that the information is a little bit dated. So I'm not sure if there's any comments or not because I'm doing this completely out of Zoom and not looking at all at the YouTube thing. I'm not sure if I can without messing myself up. Oops, wrong, too many wrong buttons. Yeah, I don't even know. So unless someone can pops on and can do dual screens, I don't know what comments are being said. Which, for the phone and everything else is fine. I'm gonna play around a little bit with these buttons. Oh, we got color tone. Oh, we have auto framing. Check out auto framing. What's auto framing? Oh, oh, look at that. Made it all nice and blurry. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean that's what I really believe. And sorry, I didn't mean to get so far off topic. I would like to add one more thing before I go. And I started doing a handyman business again. And again, once again, I'm covered in poison ivy and stuff. I absolutely think it's hilarious because it's like, I got some there, I got some, this whole arm's covered. I got a whole bunch on this arm. But I find it absolutely hilarious that, I can have it on me. It doesn't bother me. And there's some people that, just by, like a few of my friends are so allergic to it that by me sitting on, like, I can't go over to their house right now because just by me, like, getting the oils on their couch, for example, they'll get it real bad and then have to get shots and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know. I think some people are just highly sensitive. Some people cannot handle your warm breath on their icy snowflakeness. So anyway, going back to what I was saying. So I went ahead and started up the landscaping business, and I believe, like looking back, I overfilled the generator, so I was doing some shrub trimming and stuff. So I couldn't use the electric one like I wanted to, and it's just blowing tons of white smoke, and I thought I blew it up. But I think I got it up, and I think I filled the oil way too much, and it's going to burn off, needs to burn off for like 10 or 15 minutes. Because I was reading other people that did the same thing. But check this out. I bought this in a moment of despair. I can't get it up there. You see it? Yeah. It's the Cobalt 24 volt max hedge clippers. I also got, you can't really see it, and I'm not going to try to bring it back up. But anyway, I also got the attachment for the weed whacker, for the Craftsman weed whacker and stuff. But I tried the Cobalt one, and it works very well. I can't believe how long the batteries last. I used a 2 amp for close to an hour and a half, and it died. I was like 10 minutes from ending the job, which at that point I just took the one out of the leaf blower and finished a little bit and used the 4 amp, just plugging it between the two. Because I was going to be lazy at that point. And I wasn't going to walk all the way back to the truck to walk all the way back to the shrub I was cutting, then take everything back to the truck. So, yeah, but I'm highly impressed with uh, that little Cobalt hedge trimmer. It did a very good job. I think because I'm used to running a smaller uh, blade, like I'm used to running like I I I think it's like 20 inches on the electric one. That having one that's 24 inches kind of kept throwing me off. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. It just like, oh, here, let me grab that little stick right there, and be like, oh, it just made it a little bit hard to maneuver and stuff. But other than that, I liked it a lot. It was pretty nice and stuff. But yeah, can't go wrong with that. And then I got the gas one for bigger stuff, and because I have the pole saw, I have the extender, so I can cut shrub. I can cut shrubs. Honestly, I could probably cut shrubs almost 12 to 15 feet up in the air, I'm guessing. Yeah. So if you're in the area and you have ridiculously high shrubs that you're just like, I don't know what to do, you can call me because I can handle them now. And I'm a semi-annual professional. Why is it the coffee is so great? I mean, think about it. Like, it is almost 90 degrees outside, sitting on hot asphalt, and I am sitting here with you guys drinking hot coffee. I mean, I know I have the AC going. Okay, I'm not gonna deny that part. But would you rather be sitting in the AC on a hot day like this, drinking a hot coffee or a cold coffee? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I might be the weirdo. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if I'm the weirdo because I'm always the weirdo. But yeah, so our time is starting to come to a close. About ready to head off into the fun factory. So, with all that to say, I'm going to tell you guys to have a day full of awesomeness and let the sun hit in your shoulders. And I'll see you guys next.